Did you know most riders waste thousands on repairs they could easily avoid? Today, I'm exposing 12 motorcycle maintenance scams mechanics hope you never discover, tricks that save you thousands and keep your bike running like new. Watch closely, because after this, you'll never trust your mechanic again. Here's the expensive secret they hope you never discover. At number 12, oil change intervals are longer than they tell you. Mechanics love to push oil changes every 3,000 miles, but here's what they won't tell you. Modern synthetic oils easily last 5,000 to 7,500 miles without breaking a sweat. Don't follow their sticker schedule. Check your owner's manual instead. Most oil change intervals are based on severe conditions like racing, extreme heat, or constant stop-and-go traffic. Weekend rides and highway cruising don't qualify, but shops act like every rider is tearing up a racetrack. Here's the truth. Synthetic oils are loaded with additives that resist breakdown, fight acids, and keep your engine protected far beyond outdated rules. Your oil isn't worn out just because it's dark. Color doesn't equal quality. Want to know the trick mechanics hope you never try? Feel your oil. Fresh oil feels smooth and slippery. Worn oil feels sticky or gritty. That's when it's time for a change, not when your odometer hits an arbitrary number. High-quality synthetic oil may cost more upfront, but it often lasts twice as long as cheap conventional oil, saving you money in the long run. And if you think oil changes are overpriced, wait until you see the next so-called essential service they're charging you for. At number 11, air filters need cleaning, not constant replacement. Shops love selling new air filters. It's easy profit. But here's the truth. Most filters don't need replacing nearly as often as they claim. In fact, most just need a simple cleaning. Paper filters can be cleaned multiple times before replacement. Foam filters, they're designed for hundreds of cleanings if maintained properly. Paper filters collect dirt on the outer layer, which actually improves filtration up to a point. Light tapping removes most surface dust. Compressed air, blown from the clean side out, pushes trapped dirt free. Yet many shops replace these filters when they still have half their life left. Foam filters, common in dirt bikes and some street bikes, are meant for repeated cleaning and re-oiling. Done properly, they can last for years. And cleaning takes just 15 minutes. Here's the cleaning trick mechanics hope you never learn. Remove the filter and inspect it closely. If you see holes or tears, replace it. If it's just dirty, clean it. For paper filters, tap gently to knock off dirt, then use compressed air carefully. For foam filters, wash in warm soapy water, rinse, dry fully, then apply the right amount of filter oil. Not too much, not too little. Think this saves money? Wait till you hear the next maintenance scam. At number 10, chain maintenance frequency is massively overstated. Shops and manuals love telling you to clean and lube your chain every 500 miles. But here's what they skip. Modern chains easily go 1,000 miles between cleanings, sometimes more. O-ring and X-ring chains are factory sealed. The lubrication inside the rings handles most of the work. External lubing mainly protects against rust and reduces friction, but overdoing it does more harm than good. Too much lube attracts dirt, turning your chain into sandpaper. Here's what they won't tell you. Chains wear slowly from stretch and ring wear, not from skipping a cleaning or two. In fact, over-cleaning strips away protective oils and can shorten your chain's life. Instead of blindly following intervals, inspect your chain. Look for tight spots, worn rings, or too much stretch. Clean and lube only when it actually needs it. The right cleaning method matters. Avoid harsh sprays or high-pressure washers that damage seals. Kerosene works great, cheap, safe, and effective. Following this smarter approach saves you hundreds and prevents the shops from cashing in on unnecessary chain replacements. And if you think chain scams are bad, wait until you see what they're doing with brake fluid. At number 9, brake fluid changes are less critical than claimed. Mechanics love scaring riders into yearly brake fluid flushes, but the truth? Most bikes don't need it nearly that often. DOT brake fluid standards require at least 2 years of reliable performance, even under normal riding. And modern DOT-4 or DOT-5.1 fluids handle moisture far better than shops admit. Moisture slowly seeps into brake systems, but it takes years, not months, unless you're racing in extreme heat. For street riders, a brake flush every 3 years is usually more than enough. Here's the trick shops hope you never learn. Check your fluid. Fresh brake fluid looks clear or lightly amber. Dark brown, time to change it. Spongy brakes? That's a bigger warning than color. Ironically, many shops introduce more moisture during sloppy brake bleeding than your bike ever absorbed naturally. Premium brake fluid also lasts longer than cheap stuff, but shops rarely mention that. Brake flushes are important, but not nearly as urgent or frequent as they claim. And if you want more money-saving tips that mechanics hate, subscribe now and hit that notification bell, unless you enjoy paying for services your bike doesn't even need yet. At number 8, coolant system maintenance is simpler than they make it. Picture this. You stop by the shop for a simple checkup, and suddenly they're warning you about your coolant. They'll say it's urgent, but is it really? Shops love pushing annual coolant flushes, but most bikes only need it every 4 to 5 years. Modern coolants contain corrosion inhibitors that last far longer than shops admit. Coolant doesn't wear out, it just gets contaminated over time. Here's the truth they won't tell you. Properly maintained cooling systems take years to break down, not months. Want to know how to check it yourself? Look at the coolant. Fresh coolant is bright green, orange, or blue. Bad coolant turns muddy brown or develops floating debris. Rust flakes or white buildup mean it's time for a flush. The biggest danger isn't old coolant, it's mixing different types. Conventional green and extended life orange coolants don't mix. Mixing them creates sludge that clogs your radiator and damages your engine. Some mechanics won't warn you about this because they make money fixing it later. Test strips from auto parts stores instantly reveal coolant health and protection levels. Knowing this could save you hundreds. And if you thought coolant scams were bad, wait until you hear what they're doing with spark plugs. At number 7, spark plug replacement timing is badly inflated. Here's one of the easiest ways shops quietly drain your wallet. Spark plug scams. Shops often recommend new spark plugs every 8,000 to 12,000 miles. But modern iridium and platinum plugs easily last 25,000 to 30,000 miles without issues. They're selling you replacements when your plugs still have more than half their life left. Precious metal plugs wear slowly. Iridium and platinum electrodes keep sharp edges and proper gaps far longer than old copper plugs. Here's the trick shops hope you never learn. Just remove your plugs and check them yourself. Still sharp edges and correct gaps? Keep riding. Rounded edges, wide gaps, or carbon buildup? Time to replace them. Spark plugs also reveal your engine's health better than most tools. Light gray or tan deposits? Perfect. Black soot? You're running rich or burning oil. White buildup? That's overheating or a lean mixture. Gapping matters too. Most plugs start around 0.024 to 0.032 inches. If the gap grows more than 0.008 inches over spec, it's time for new plugs, usually after 25,000 miles. How many of these maintenance myths have you been falling for? Drop a comment below and let us know which one shocked you most. At number 6, battery maintenance prevents most failures. Let's bust one of the biggest lies in motorcycle shops. Most dead batteries aren't dead at all. Shops love selling new batteries because replacements bring pure profit. But in reality, most battery failures come from neglect, not age. With basic maintenance, your battery can easily outlast what they claim. Here's what they don't tell you. Modern maintenance-free batteries still need attention. Problems like sulfation from deep discharges, corrosion on terminals, and parasitic drains slowly kill batteries. But all of these are preventable. Want to know the test shops hope you never perform? Load testing shows the real health of your battery. Voltage readings alone won't reveal hidden damage. A battery showing 12.6 volts can still fail under load due to sulfated plates. Parasitic drain testing also exposes hidden issues. With the ignition off, your system should draw less than 50 milliamps. Anything more means a hidden electrical drain. Cleaning battery terminals keeps your bike starting strong. Corrosion cuts power flow, but baking soda and a wire brush quickly fix it. Battery tenders are another trick shops ignore. They maintain charge during storage, preventing sulfation and extending battery life. Battery maintenance is easy, but wait until you hear the tire pressure tricks shops are hiding from you. At number 5, tire pressure checks reveal more than air loss. Here's something mechanics rarely explain. Tire pressure affects far more than just air loss. Most shops quickly check your tire pressure during service, but they never mention how it impacts fuel economy, tire wear, and even your safety. Proper tire pressure controls the contact patch, the section of tire touching the road. Too little pressure, higher rolling resistance and rapid wear. Too much pressure, reduced grip, and uneven wear. Both extremes are dangerous. And here's what they won't tell you. Tire pressure changes with temperature. For every 10 F change, pressure shifts by about 1 psi. That means morning readings can look fine, but afternoon heat could push your tires dangerously high or low. Weight also plays a big role. Riding with a passenger or luggage, you'll need more pressure. Your owner's manual lists these specs, but shops rarely bring it up. Frequent pressure checks reveal slow leaks before they cause blowouts. Weekly checks spot gradual losses from punctures, valve issues, or rim leaks. Early detection prevents expensive damage or accidents. And don't forget valve care. Damaged valve stems cause more flats than you'd think. Replace them if cracked, and always use valve caps. Tire pressure secrets run deep, but wait until you hear what mechanics hide about clutch cables. At number 4, clutch cable adjustment prevents expensive repairs. This is one of the simplest fixes mechanics don't want you to know, because they'd rather replace your cable than adjust it. Clutch cables naturally stretch over time, but instead of adjusting them, many shops just push you toward a costly replacement. The truth, a basic adjustment often fixes everything and prevents expensive clutch damage. Cable stretch affects how your clutch engages. Too much slack means the clutch won't fully disengage, leading to grinding gears and worn plates. Too little slack? You risk burning the friction materials inside. Both problems destroy your clutch over time. Adjusting your clutch cable is easier than most riders realize. Locate the adjuster near the lever or engine end. Turn it clockwise for more free play, or counterclockwise for less. Aim for 10 to 20 millimeters of free play at the lever tip. Lubricating the cable makes a huge difference too. Specialized cable lubes reduce friction, prevent corrosion, and extend cable life, far better than generic sprays. Cable routing matters more than you think. Sharp bends shorten lifespan, while smooth curves reduce wear. Check your routing regularly, and when a cable finally does wear out, quality replacements like stainless steel or Teflon-lined options last much longer. Now let's talk about a hidden trick that instantly restores throttle response. At number 3, throttle body cleaning restores power mechanics. Blame on age. If your bike's throttle feels sluggish, mechanics will often blame it on age, but the real fix might take just minutes. Fuel injection systems slowly collect carbon deposits that mess with throttle response and idle quality. Shops love charging for expensive services, but in reality, you can easily clean this yourself and bring back lost power. Here's what they hope you never try. Throttle body cleaning is simple with basic tools and the right solvent. Just remove the air filter housing to access the throttle body. Spray carb cleaner and gently scrub with a soft brush to clear away buildup. The idle control system is often the worst spot for deposits, since it regulates airflow at low RPMs. Cleaning it restores a smooth idle and eliminates surging or stalling. Not all cleaners are equal. Professional-grade options like Seafoam or Berryman B12 dissolve carbon safely without damaging gaskets or sensors. Avoid harsh chemicals that can harm rubber parts. Be sure to protect sensitive sensors by covering them before you start cleaning. Throttle body cleaning can transform your bike's performance and save you hundreds in unnecessary diagnostics. But the next tip? It targets your fuel system, and it's a game changer mechanics don't want you to know about. At number 2, fuel system cleaning prevents problems they profit from. Here's something shops never bring up, because clean fuel systems don't make them money. Modern fuel contains ethanol, and that's a hidden enemy for your bike. Ethanol attracts moisture, which settles inside your fuel tank and creates corrosion and deposits throughout the system. Left untreated, this turns into clogged filters, ruined injectors, and expensive repairs. But here's the simple trick mechanics hope you never discover. Fuel stabilizers like Sta-Bil or StarTron prevent ethanol damage while also cleaning deposits already inside your fuel system. Water removers like dry gas and heat absorb moisture before it causes any harm, passing harmlessly through your engine. Regular use keeps corrosion, rust, and bacterial growth away, and costs just a few dollars. Don't forget your fuel filter either. It's one of the most ignored parts on a motorcycle, but also one of the most important. A clogged filter chokes fuel flow, reduces engine power, and lets contaminants damage injectors. Replacing it costs next to nothing compared to an injector replacement. Also, quality fuel matters. Top-tier gasoline from brands like Shell and Chevron contains detergents that prevent deposits better than cheaper fuel. Think fuel systems are complex? This final storage secret mechanics hide could prevent thousands in damage while you're not riding. At number 1, storage preparation prevents damage. They charge thousands to fix. This is the mechanic's favorite payday. Springtime repairs from bikes that were stored wrong all winter. Most storage damage is 100% preventable, but shops won't tell you that because it keeps their service bays full every spring. Fuel is the biggest problem. Untreated gasoline breaks down fast, forming varnish that clogs jets, injectors, and fuel lines. The solution? A quality fuel stabilizer. Fill your tank completely to prevent condensation, add stabilizer, and run the engine to circulate it through the system. Oil is another hidden danger. Used oil turns acidic during storage, attacking engine internals. Always change your oil before storing your bike. Fresh oil protects against corrosion and sludge buildup. Batteries are another common failure after storage. Disconnect the negative terminal to prevent power drain, and use a battery tender to keep the battery charged without overcharging it. Finally, tires. Long-term parking can flatten the bottom of your tires. Inflate them to the max recommended pressure and roll your bike every few weeks to avoid permanent flat spots. Following these steps prevents most storage-related damage and saves you hundreds, if not thousands, in unnecessary spring repairs. These 12 secrets prove that most motorcycle maintenance is simpler and less frequent than shops claim. Share this knowledge, subscribe for more money-saving tips, and tell us which secret shocked you most in the comments below.